Nobody saw it coming, not the reporters, not the cameras, not even Holger Rune himself. And then, just like that, the entire tennis world stopped scrolling. The press conference had given no warning it was about to turn memorable. Standard lighting, standard setup, journalists settling into their seats, opening laptops, ready with the same recycled questions they always ask. Rune walked in the way he always does, composed, deliberate, carrying that quiet confidence he brings to every court. He sat down, leaned into the microphone, and the room slipped into its usual rhythm. Serve percentages, match analysis, recovery timelines, mental preparation. Question after question, answered cleanly, his Danish accent steady while reporters typed without even looking up. It was routine, predictable, safe. Then a journalist from a Filipino sports outlet raised her hand. She asked about the next generation of women's tennis and, eventually, mentioned a name. Alexandra Eala. Nothing about the room changed. Why would it? Players get asked about rising stars all the time. It's scripted, nod, offer polite praise, move on. Everyone had heard it 100 times. But Rune didn't follow the script. There was a pause. Small, almost invisible, but real. His jaw tightened slightly. His eyes dropped for a fraction of a second before returning. Then he smiled. Not the media-trained kind. Something looser. Alex, he said quietly, like the name itself needed a moment. Yeah, I've actually been following her progress. Still safe. Still professional. The room stayed relaxed. Then he paused again, longer this time. His fingers tapped lightly against the table. When he spoke next, something had shifted. Slower. Less polished. Less performed. She's incredible, honestly, he said. Not just the tennis. The way she handles pressure. The energy she brings onto the court. The confidence, a slight shake of his head. It's something else. The room subtly changed with those words. Still acceptable on paper, but the delivery felt different. Too personal. Too aware. Then he continued. I won't lie, watching her compete does something to you. A beat of silence. She's inspiring. Another pause. And suddenly the room wasn't just listening anymore. It was noticing. Not the polite silence of routine interviews, but something heavier. The kind of silence that arrives when everyone realizes the moment has slipped slightly off script. One reporter looked up from her screen. Another stopped typing mid-sentence. Even the camera clicks seemed louder. And then it came. Maybe more than that. For words that didn't belong in a press conference, and yet somehow did. They hung in the air too long. Too unguarded. Too real. Rune felt it instantly. His expression shifted. He cleared his throat, that small reflex people use when they realize they've exposed more than intended. What I mean is, he said quickly, staring back, players like her remind you why you fell in love with this sport in the first place. A recovery. Clean. Professional. Safe. But it didn't reset the room. Because everyone had already heard what came before. The hesitation, the softness, the slip between performance and honesty. She's got something special, he added. But the moment had already left the room. Before the press conference even ended, phones lit up. Clips were already circulating, snapped, uploaded, reshared in seconds. Not because of hype, but because it felt unplanned. Real in a way media moments usually aren't. Within minutes, it was everywhere on X. A viral account posted the clip with a simple caption. Holger Rune just accidentally revealed his feelings for Alex Eala. And it detonated. Thousands of replies poured in almost instantly. And just like that, the story stopped being about tennis, just watching. They were rewinding, screenshotting, pausing on frames, dissecting the exact instant his expression shifted. Context collapsed almost immediately. What mattered now wasn't the interview anymore. It was the feeling the clip created. That electric, slightly unsettling sensation of someone saying more than they intended in a place designed for control. The internet did what it always does with moments like this. It pulled everything apart. Every pause was measured. Every glance was replayed. Every micro-expression was turned into evidence. Fans debated the precise millisecond his composure cracked and what it supposedly revealed. Body language analysts appeared in comment sections within hours. Reaction videos multiplied faster than the original clip could circulate. Some insisted it was nothing at all, just respect between athletes, a standard compliment dressed up by the internet's imagination. A fair interpretation, honestly. Players acknowledge each other like this all the time, and nothing about it required deeper meaning. But others couldn't ignore the details. The hesitation before her name. The slight shift in tone. The way his words seemed to arrive before he fully decided on them. Small things, but once noticed, impossible to unsee. Because those details didn't feel scripted. And the internet is rarely good at leaving unscripted things alone. What made it spread even faster was the contrast. Rune and Eala felt like two different tectonic plates in modern tennis. Rune, European tennis at its most volatile, intense, emotional, unpredictable, a player who competes like everything is happening in real time inside his head. Eala, measured, composed, carrying expectation with a calm that doesn't often match her age, playing with a clarity that feels almost insulated from pressure. They weren't supposed to sit in the same narrative space. Different tours, different rhythms, different trajectories. Which is exactly why the moment landed so hard. Once that contrast clicked, the internet filled in the rest. Instagram fan pages erupted. Slow-motion edits of Rune's expression. Zoom-ins on eye movements. Dramatic music layered over paused frames. Side-by-side montages of both players that suggested connections no one had ever confirmed. Some edits were so polished they blurred the line between interpretation and invention. TikTok pushed it further. Creators stitched reactions over the clip, some amused, some skeptical, some leaning fully into romantic framing, others calling out how quickly an ordinary press room moment had been inflated into something else entirely. And the disagreement itself became fuel. Mainstream tennis media followed soon after. Podcasts dedicated full segments to it. Panels debated the same question from different angles. How much meaning should be extracted from a single unguarded moment in a heavily controlled environment? One voice argued that male athletes are rarely allowed to express softness without it being reframed into romance. Another countered that once something is said publicly, interpretation stops being optional. Neither position slowed anything down, because by then, the clip wasn't really about tennis anymore. It was about ambiguity, that small, uncomfortable space where nothing is fully confirmed and nothing is fully denied. And in that space, the question kept repeating itself, louder each time it was asked. What did Holger Rune actually mean? Admiration between competitors? A moment of emotional honesty that slipped past his usual guard? Or just an ordinary compliment that the internet refused to leave ordinary? There was no clean answer, no final frame that settled it. And that uncertainty, more than anything he said, kept the story alive. Because what began as a routine press conference hadn't become a scandal or a revelation. It had become something far more sustainable in the modern attention economy, a moment that could mean everything or nothing at all. And in a world built to replay everything, that kind of uncertainty is exactly what never stopped circulating.